أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to JemeilTv. Dear viewers, we are studying the commentary of Surah Al-Fil, the 105th chapter of Quran. It is associated with the historic event involving the Kaaba in Mecca. It unfolds during a time when Abraha, seeking to spread Christianity and control trade routes, attempted to divert the Arab pilgrimage by building a cathedral. This led to his invasion of Mecca with elephants in 570 or 571 AD. Abdul Muttalib, the grandfather of Holy Prophet ﷺ, negotiated for the return of his camel with Abraha but entrusted the Kaaba's defense to Allah, setting the stage for the surah's significance. We were reading and studying the commentary when the grandfather of Holy Prophet ﷺ, after negotiating with Abraha, returned to Mecca, in which he got back his camel. However, Ibn Abbas anhu, tradition about this event is different. It does not mention the demand for the camel at all. According to the traditions related from him by Abd bin Hamid, Ibn Manzar, Ibn Marduya, Hakim, Abu Naim, and Bahiki, he states that when Abraha reached Ash-Sifa, a place situated between Arafat and Taif in the mountains near the sacred bounds of Mecca, Abdul Muttalib went to him and said, "There was no need for you to come so far. You should have ordered us, we would have brought before you whatever you needed." He said, "I hear that this house is the house of peace. I have come to destroy its peace." Thereupon Abdul Muttalib said, "This is Allah's house. He has not allowed anyone so far to dominate it." Abraha replied, "We will not return until we have destroyed it." Abdul Muttalib said, "You may take whatever you like from us and return." Abraha refused to budge and ordered his troops to advance, leaving Abdul Muttalib behind. Leaving the two traditions as they are, one thing which becomes evident is that the tribes living in and around Mecca did not have the power to fight such a big force and save the Kaaba. Therefore, obviously, the Quraysh did not try to put up any resistance. The Quraysh, on the occasion of Battle of the Trench Ahzab, had hardly been able to muster and strength numbering 10 to 12,000 men in spite of the alliance with the pagan and Jewish tribes. They could not have resisted an army of 60,000 strong. Muhammad bin Ishaq says that after returning from the camp of Abraha, Abdul Muttalib ordered the Quraysh to withdraw from the city and go to the mountains along with their families for fear of a general massacre. Then he went to the Kaaba along with some chiefs of the Quraysh and taking hold of the iron ring of the door, prayed to Allah Almighty to protect his house and its keepers. There were at that time 360 idols in and around the Kaaba, but on that critical moment they forgot them and implored only Allah for help. Their supplications, which have been reported in the books of history, do not contain any name but of Allah, the One. Ibn Hisham, in his life of the Prophet ﷺ, has cited some verses of Abdul Muttalib which are to the following effect: O Allah, a man protect his house, so protect your house. Let not their cross and their craft tomorrow overcome your craft. If you will to leave them and our Qibla to themselves, you may do as you please. Suhail in Raudul Unaf has cited this verse also in this connection. Help today your devotees against the devotees of the cross and its worshippers. Ibn Jarir has cited Abdul Muttalib's these verses also, which he had recited in his supplication, O my Lord, I don't cherish any hope from anyone against them except you. O my Lord, protect your house from them. The enemy of this house is your enemy. Stop them from destroying your settlement. After making these supplications, Abdul Muttalib and his companions also went off to the mountains. Next morning, Abraha prepared to enter Makkah, but his special elephant, Mahmud, which was in the forefront, knelt down. It was beaten with iron bar, goaded, even sacrificed, but it would not get up when they made it face south, north, or east. It would immediately start off, but as soon as they directed it towards Mecca, it knelt down. In the meantime, swarms of birds appeared carrying stone in their beaks and claws and showered these on the troops. Whoever was hit would start disintegrating. According to Muhammad bin Ishaq and Ikramah, this was smallpox, which was seen in Arabia for the first time in that year. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu says that whoever was struck by a pebble would start scratching his body, resulting in breaking of the skin and falling off the flesh. In another tradition, Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu says that the flesh and blood flowed like water and bones in the body became visible. The same thing happened with Abraha too. His flesh fell in pieces, and there arose boars on his body, emitting pus and blood. In confusion, they withdrew and fled towards Yemen. Nufail bin Habib, whom they had brought as guide from the country of Hassam, was searched out and asked to guide them back to Yemen, but he refused and said, Now, where can one flee when God pursues? The split nose Abraha is the conquered, not conqueror. As they withdrew, they were continually falling by the bay and dying. Ata bin Yasser says that all the troops did not perish at that spot. Some perished there, and others perished by the wayside as they withdrew. Abraha died in the country of Hassam. This event took place at Muhassir by the Muhasab Valley between Muzdalfa and Mina. According to the Sahih of Muslim and Abu Dawud, in the description of the Holy Prophet ﷺ's farewell pilgrimage that Imam Jafar as-Sadiq has related from his father Imam Muhammad Baqir and he from Hazrat Jabir bin Abdullah radiallahu anhu. He says that when the Holy Prophet ﷺ proceeded from Muzdalfa to Mina, he increased his speed in the valley of Muhassir. Imam Nawawi has explained it, saying that the incident of the people of the elephant had occurred there. Therefore, the pilgrims have been enjoined to pass by quickly, for Muhassir is a tormented place. Imam Malik in Muwatta has related that the Holy Prophet ﷺ said that the whole of Muzdalfa is a fit place for staying, but one should not stay in the valley of Muhassir. In the verses of Nufail bin Habib, which Ibn Ishaq has cited, he describes this event as an eyewitness. Would that you had seen, or Rudhana, O Rudaina, but you would not see what we saw by the valley of Muhasib. I praised Allah when I saw the birds, and I feared lest the stones should fall upon us. Everyone was asking for Nufail, as though I owned the Abyssinians a debt. This was such a momentous event that it soon spread throughout Arabia, and many poets made it the subject of their laudatory poems. In these poems, one thing is quite evident, that everyone regarded it as a manifestation of Allah Almighty's miraculous power, and no one, even by allusion, said that the idols which were worshipped in Kaaba had anything to do with it. For example, Abdullah ibn Az-Zabara says, the 60,000 returned not home, nor did their sick man Abraha survive on return. Ad and Jurham were there before them, and there is Allah above the servants who sustains it. Abu Qais bin Aslat says, rise and worship your Lord and anoint the corners of the house of Allah between the mountains of Makkah and Mina. When the help of the owner of the throne reached you, his armies repulsed them so that they were lying in dust, pelted with stones. Not only this, but according to Hazrat Ummehani and Hazrat Zubair bin Al-Awam radiyallahu anhum ajma'in, the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the Quraysh did not worship anyone but Allah, the only and one, for 10 years, and according to others, for 7 years. Ummehani's tradition has been related by Imam Bukhari in his history, and by Tabarani, Hakim ibn Marduya, and Bahaki in their collection of ahadith. Hazrat Zubair's radiallahu anhu statement has been related by Tabarani, Ibn Marduya, and Ibn Asakir, and this is further confirmed by the Mursial tradition of Hazrat Saad bin al Musayyab, which Hatib Baghdadi has recorded in the history. Arabs describe the year in which this event took place as Am al Fil, the year of elephants, and in the same year the Holy Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born. The traditionists and historians almost unanimously state that the event of the people of the elephant had occurred in Muharram, and the Holy Prophet ﷺ was born in Rabiul Awwal. A majority of them states that he took birth 50 days after the event of the elephant.